Hello writers, and welcome back to Spooky Writes, your channel all about writing. I'm your host who is secretly a ghost, Kamal Onor. I just want to make a quick video sharing my thoughts about NaNoWriMo. NaNoWriMo? However it's pronounced. Get into it. So let's get into it.
It's the raven's call, the werewolf's howl, the vampire's bite. You search through the woods for safety, but all you find is... Okay, rights.
So this is my first time attempting NaNoWriMo, but it made me wonder, why does NaNoWriMo exist? I'm still writing by myself and I haven't changed much. I don't use the community features of NaNoWriMo. I simply sit in a room by myself and write. Nothing has really changed between what I've been doing. Now and then I might post to Twitter saying, hey, hit my word count for today, but honestly it hasn't been that difficult for me as someone who has done the amount of writing that I have already done. Sitting down and writing 1,600 words, whatever the daily word count is, hasn't been that difficult for me. But what I think NaNoWriMo does, and what I think it does for a lot of people, is it gives people the permission to write. It wraps everything up in a fun little challenge that can almost disguise itself as giving permission to say, hey, it's okay. Sit down and focus your attention on this novel, on this writing project that you have in your mind. It's meant to be fun, and it gives you permission to write. And I think this is one of the big things that is great about NaNoWriMo, is that it gives people permission to write. It says, hey, this is a fun activity. You don't even have to take yourself too seriously. Just try and get your word count down. It tells you to take whatever idea you've had kicking around in your head for a while and just sit down and focus on writing this novel. Focus on writing 50,000 words of this idea that you've had. And I think this is incredibly valuable. Giving people the permission to write is incredibly valuable. I know for me personally, as someone who writes a lot of short stories, as someone who is primarily a short story author, it gave me permission to focus on a longer manuscript, on something that I've had as an idea kicking around for a little while. It gave me the permission to put my short stories to the side and to really focus on turning out a 50,000 word manuscript. Now, I don't believe this work is going to finish. I don't believe this work is ultimately going to be 50,000 words. I think it's going to be longer. And this is why I think it's so important to not just trying to give yourself permission to write all the time. Anyways, I just wanted to make this quick video and talk about what my first initial reaction to NaNoWriMo has been. And so far it's been very positive, very positive. Again, it hasn't changed much in the way that I've been writing, but I think it's so important to give yourself permission to write all the time. Don't just say, I'm only going to write during the month of November. Write all the time, because the more writing that you do, the stronger your writing will become. And it's so much fun to write all the time. Write on your birthday, write on holidays, write every single day. Give yourself permission to write as much as you possibly can. And if you don't give yourself that permission, I do. So you have my permission to write every single day of the year. And with that, keep it spooky. And of course, here's your writing prompt for sticking all the way through the video. We drove as far north as we could until we saw blank. So set your timer and start writing. Thank you so much.